90% of tech founders are making a fatal corporate mistake. If you ignore how billionaires structure their companies, you will lose everything. In 7 minutes, you will discover the hidden legal loophole that just saved a $200 billion empire. Silicon Valley just witnessed the most dangerous corporate showdown in history. Elon Musk sued OpenAI, claiming they abandoned their founding non-profit mission to chase massive profits with corporate giants. Most people think this was just an ego clash between two tech billionaires, but it reveals a massive structural trap. When OpenAI started in 2015, it raised $130 million under a non-profit charter. But building massive artificial intelligence models requires billions of dollars for computing power, forcing Sam Altman to create a for-profit wing. This dual structure created a massive legal gray area that threatened to tear the company apart. Founders everywhere are realizing that mixing charity with massive commercial scale is a recipe for disaster. The jury's final decision changed everything. The entire legal battle hinged on a single missing document. Elon Musk's legal team tried to prove that OpenAI violated a foundational founding agreement. But the shocking core insight from the courtroom is that a formal, binding founding contract never actually existed. The jury found that early emails and verbal promises do not equal a binding legal obligation to remain open source forever. This means corporate intent and casual mission statements cannot override formal corporate bylaws. Sam Altman successfully argued that pivoting to a commercial model was the only viable path to achieve their ultimate research goals. This ruling sets a massive legal precedent for the entire technology sector. The financial fallout of this verdict is staggering. Billions of dollars hung in the balance during this trial. Look at the sheer economic data surrounding the flagship AI models. OpenAI's commercial wing secured a valuation pushing past $150 billion, backed heavily by a $13 billion partnership with Microsoft. If Elon Musk had won this lawsuit, it could have forced OpenAI to open source its proprietary technology or restructure its entire commercial ecosystem. Instead, the market responded instantly to the jury verdict with massive institutional confidence. Competitors like Anthropic and Commercial Labs are now moving full speed ahead with their closed-source monetization strategies. This real-world proof demonstrates that the legal system validates the hyper-commercialization of advanced software development. You can apply this exact lesson today. Protecting your intellectual property requires ironclad legal architecture. You must learn from Altman's defensive strategy if you are building any modern business. Never rely on handshakes, text messages, or casual emails to define your company's long-term equity or foundational mission. If you transition a side hustle or software project into a scalable entity, establish formal bylaws with clear clauses for commercial restructuring. Specify exactly who owns the source code and how future funding rounds can modify the original operational scope. By structuring your corporate governance correctly from day one, you prevent early co-founders or investors from hijacking your operational control later. But a massive hidden danger still remains. This legal victory signals the official death of open-source idealism. The deeper philosophical takeaway is that training bleeding-edge AI models has become too expensive for traditional non-profit structures. A single training run for a flagship model can cost upwards of $100 million in computational hardware and electricity. The jury's verdict implicitly acknowledges that public benefit organizations cannot compete with heavily capitalized corporate entities in this race. Consequently, the most capable systems will remain locked behind corporate paywalls and proprietary interfaces. While open-weight alternatives like Meta's Llama series continue to advance, the true frontier of machine intelligence is now firmly controlled by centralized, profit-driven boards. The next phase of this battle is terrifying. We are moving rapidly toward an unprecedented corporate monopoly. With this legal hurdle cleared, OpenAI and its tech peers face zero resistance to aggressive commercial expansion. The biggest risk moving forward is the complete consolidation of cognitive infrastructure into the hands of a few tech executives. Regulatory scrutiny will likely intensify, but it will focus on antitrust concerns rather than founding mission compliance. As these proprietary models become the operating systems for global businesses, your dependence on their pricing and policies will skyrocket. The victory for Sam Altman ensures that the future of intelligence will be hyper-monetized, closed, and fiercely guarded. Subscribe and hit the bell to make sure you never miss the next